Spider-Man's got a lot on his plate. Bad guys at every corner, relationships to work on, a real job. He may be swamped sometimes, but that doesn't mean you have to be while playing Spider-Man. That's why we've come up with 7 tips that will help you get started with your web-slinging career. Okay, first things first, every crime fighter needs a map, right? So the faster you can repair these OSCORP radio towers, the faster you can get out to punching bad guys. Otherwise, you're going to be staring at a completely fuzzed out map for a decent chunk of the game. An effective Spider-Man needs to have full awareness of their environment, so make repairing the towers the first thing you do. While combat skills and defensive maneuvers are essential aspects to your repertoire, there really isn't anything more essential to the Spider-Man experience, trademark, than web slinging. So if you're into that kind of thing, I would recommend diving straight into that particular skill tree first. You'll earn some useful abilities to help you traverse the city better and make the opening hours of the game much more invigorating. Aim to get the point launch, quick recovery, and charge jump as soon as possible, and you'll be flying through the city in record time. As Uncle Ben once said, with new suits comes new suit powers, or something like that. I don't know, my memory's kinda hazy. But by combining suit powers with your gadgets along with the 3 suit mod slots, you'll be able to create some spectacular combos. For example, if you're fighting a bunch of goons, you could shoot a loaded up web bomb, then let out an ear-splitting solo with a rock-out power to send them off flying. Maybe you'll want to take to the skies and pair the suspension matrix with low gravity for some serious hang time. Or you could just let your robots do the dirty work for you. Use a Spider Drone and Spider Bro for a tag team takedown. Spider-Man's combat is all about creatively combining the effects of your gadgets, suit powers, and suit mods together for disastrous results. Be a responsible crime fighter and take time to mix and match and see what works best. That's how Uncle Ben would want it. You don't want to let him down, do you? As much fun as it is to swing through the city, there are still a lot of things to see on the streets of New York. So take some time out of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Manning to appreciate the details on the ground floor. Give people high fives, eavesdrop on the chatter, check out the iconic New York City landmarks. Some good Samaritans will even give you tips on crimes nearby.
Spidey's on the case.
Later on in the game, you'll come across stations that allow you to take on challenges. They might be combat or stealth focused, or might have you chasing a drone across the city rooftops.
Got it.
Make sure not to skip these though, as they'll reward you with up to 6 very valuable challenge tokens that you'll need later on to upgrade your gadgets and suit powers. As any good piece of Marvel entertainment should be, Spider-Man is loaded with Easter eggs and references to the character's extensive lore.
Hey, my Mark I web shooters.
For example, there are several landmarks that are direct nods to famous Marvel characters and organizations. When you're not out fighting crime, be sure to set some time aside to search for these references. It may not benefit your progression directly, but it's worth doing, if only to be in awe of all the little details packed into the world. If you're a completionist and can't possibly imagine yourself not getting all of Spider-Man's spiffy new suits, then you're going to want to listen up. In order to unlock the final outfit, you'll need to complete each of Manhattan's 9 districts. That means finishing every single side quest, completing all the activities, and finding every single collectible. That's why I cannot emphasize this enough. Do not skip the crime activities. If you see a red exclamation icon pop up in your minimap, make that your top priority. You're going to want to complete as many as you can over the course of the main story, otherwise you're going to be spending a whole lot of time wandering the streets searching for thugs to beat up. See a crime happening? Take them down. That's the Spidey way. So those were 7 tips that will help you get started being a better Spider-Man than I ever was when I started the game. If you have any more suggestions for things people should know before starting, make sure to leave in the comments below, and check back on GameSpot.com for much more Spider-Man coverage. Thanks for watching.